talking to me? I ain't even looking at it. Let me see. Oh yeah, I see something.
Oh yeah, Shalom Lord Christ, you know what I'm saying? Sorry about the lateness. About to get class ready shortly.
Shalom, Lord in Christ. Young man, have a shot checking in.
Shalom, Lord Christ. State your name one more time.
Young man, have a shot from Albany, Georgia.
All right, Con, I'll put you down.
Okay. From Albany, Georgia. The water.
You on the ball.
Okay. The water.
Shalom, Lord Christ. I'm Officer Barak Yahanna. Officer 500 representing the I.S.U.P.K. We started off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1969. Came to bring the truth of the Bible. That the 12 tribes of Israel make up the blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And we're pushing the truth across the four corners of this earth to wake our people up so we can take back this kingdom. This is the Wednesday night's law class. Name of tonight's class is it's called As Times Wax Worse, Following the Law Will Be Our Covering, Protection. Once again, as times wax worse, following the law will be our covering, protection. Anybody else on the line? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Now, we're in the middle of the so-called holiday season, and just the holiday season and the holiday spirit or whatnot. These are some of the most darkest, gloomiest times, in our country, in the world. They say getting the holiday spirit, getting the Christian spirit or whatnot. But these are the times where some of the most dangerous times that you will live through the year. And just on top of that, just all together, as the generations go older and older, people are getting worse. Times are waxing worse. It's, when people want to think back on, man, I wish things can go back like they used to be. Or anybody waiting for things to go back to normal, we here to tell you it won't go back to normal. Until Christ come back, things are getting worse and worse. And we're gonna wrap the law into that. Of course, the law, that's the God's laws, the statute commandments, and that's gonna be our covering to protect us. All this madness in the world, and we're gonna start right here in our own city also. Young man Abishar, you in a position to read?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Pick me up at Isaiah 30:1 and hold it for me. Because during this Christmas time and Thanksgiving time, and it started around Halloween also, it get worse and worse every year. But as you turn your news on, you will see that reflected. And you see that black people or so-called black people and Hispanics, they catching the worst of it. They're catching the worst of everything. The crime, the robberies, everything. So we're gonna bring out a few articles, and definitely all this ties into the law. Go ahead for me.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
All right, you could pause for a second. Yeah. Woe to the rebellious children. Who are the rebellious children? That's the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the Israelites. You know what I mean? People look at the Bible and look at it like it's an ancient thing. It is an ancient thing. It's a very ancient thing that we are stiff-necked and hard-headed and rebellious children. Because we the Lord's children, but we're rebellious. Woe to them. That's destruction to them. That's what's going down, in this country, in this earth today. You know what I mean? We take counsel, but we don't take counsel of the Lord. You know what I mean? We're taking counsel of everything else, the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, the gangs, the cliques, the organizations, the clubs, everything, but not of the Most High. You know what I mean? You're not coming back to this law. And, thousands of years ago, the Most High made a covenant with our forefathers. You know what I mean? He made a blood oath covenant with us that, the Most High cannot break that covenant. He gave us the blessings and the cursings. And that goes on even to all these generations until today, as we see. But just because our people don't know the explanation, they don't know exactly what's going on, they don't know the truth behind the matter. That does not their ignorancy is not an excuse for the judgments of the law. Keep on going.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1. And that cover was a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
Right. That's what we on. We talking about the law gonna be our covering, but the cover that we using is the covering that is not of the Lord, not of the Most High Spirit. You know what I mean? We added sin with sin. So what's the price of that? The price of that is judgment. The price of that is destructions. The price of that is a low state on this earth. You know what I mean? The price of that is madness and confusion. So we wanted to start off there. It's more of like the foundation. Scripture. The name of the class is called "As Times Wax Worse, Following the Law Will Be Our Covering." I'm gonna bring out some facts because we're talking. The time's gonna wax worse and worse as generations go on and on. No matter if we're in a holiday season or a so-called holiday season or not. You know what I mean? Whether it's the winter, spring, summer, or fall, judgment's gonna rain down. But I do want to focus a little bit on the holiday season because it's Halloween is very demonic. Thanksgiving is very demonic. Christmas is very demonic. So what happens is that the manifestation of things that happen It's very, very dark things that happen. You know what I mean? We're gonna bring out some facts about the holiday season that we got that I pulled, and one I'm gonna go ahead and read it. One of the facts is that criminality tends to peak more during the holiday season because of a few factors. The holiday season has been shown to add more stress, depression, and even anger to some people's lives, depending on the present circumstances. You know what I mean? And why is that? Everybody, I can't wait to Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. We in the Christmas season, but it's already a fact that most of the crime is up around Christmas. You know what I mean? People even more easy to shoot. Robbery is up. You already know. You know what I mean? People trying to come up with that money for their Christmas for them babies. Yeah, you know what I mean? Their mama don't want to hear that. Their baby mamas don't want to hear that. Their kids don't want to hear that. They got to get their money up by any means. They got to put presents under their tree by any means necessary. They done maxed out all their credit cards. They already living check to check. You know what I mean? And here we come with Christmas. And here you come with Christmas adding more stress. So, somebody said something?
No, I said right.
Right. Christmas added more stress. Were you saying something else, brother?
Call out Trooper Storm on the Christ, Trooper Monsar, check it in.
Shalom on Christ. I'll push it down. All right. Somebody said Salakia?
Yeah, but check it in.
Shalom on Christ. I got you down. And the name of our class tonight is As Times Wax Worse, Following the Law Will Be Our Covering, Our Protection. And I was just reading some facts about how around the holiday season, crime is up more than any time of the year. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Because of depression, the stress, you know what I mean? Brothers will shoot you quicker. They'll rob you quicker. You know what I mean? And you'll get robbed and shot in the other months too. But it's something about that holiday season, you know what I mean? Because America is a lie. Esau, the oppressor, is a lie. You know what I mean? They get everybody revved up, holiday Christmas spirit, a holiday spirit or whatnot. But that spirit bringing more death and everything. So much so that I be so ready for the holiday season to be over with. It'd be so much crime going on, so the bullets flying everywhere that it's like you just gotta thank the Most High that you made it out past another holiday. You know what I'm saying? But we want the Most High covering to be on us. Somebody saying something? Yeah, man, Desmond. Okay, I'll put you down. Right, we want the Most High covering to be on us. We don't want the Most High to not be with us. So you don't want to slip. You don't want to slip up and go to a Christmas party. You don't want to slip up and go to a Thanksgiving dinner, a Thanksgiving celebration, a New Year's in there too. A New Year's function, New Year's Eve. You hanging out New Year's Eve, boy, you crazy. You crazy, man. You better have a great life insurance policy, man. For real. Because the Most High, because he ain't with you. He ain't with you, man. You know what I'm saying? If you make it out, you don't ever do that again. You know what I mean? Because it's up. It's up outside. It's going down. Little kids getting shot. Everything. You know what I mean? All this happening. Old ladies, couples are killing each other. Mothers are killing their kids. And we're going to bring some of that out. You know what I mean? We know that's happening all over the country. But, we just I.S.U.P.K Atlanta, so we're going to bring out some of the things that's happening around Atlanta. But we already know that's a reflection among all the Israelites around the world of what we all go through. Let me bring out another fact also. It said, what month has the highest crime? Pertaining to that, it says almost all types of personal and household crimes are more likely to occur during the winter months. Right, and we just read that because of depression, anger, and and people thinking about their circumstances. You know what I mean? That's a spirit. That's a spirit that you already know. The Lord ain't with that. And that's why we gotta teach to our kids, teach our people. And come back to that law. Don't touch the unclean thing. You know what I mean? Because why are you so depressed? It's supposed to be the holiday season. You know what I mean? Why are you so angry? Why are you so pressed about providing some extra that you don't even that is not even a necessity? You know what I mean? It's not even. It's to the fact that it's not even funny anymore. You know what I mean? Because you can almost guarantee when it's Halloween, murder. Turn on your news the next day. It's gonna be somebody that got murdered. Well, Takeoff got murdered Halloween night. You know what I mean? A lot of brothers got murdered Halloween night and sisters. But that was the biggest name. You know what I mean? I've been in the truth for a few years now, so I already know on these days something gonna happen. But it happened on a larger scale where Takeoff from the Migos was killed on Halloween night. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving just happened. Bloody, real bloody in the city of Atlanta. The Napash. Pull that article up. I'm gonna read the next article, but pull that article up that I sent you. Anybody seen what happened at Atlanta Station over Thanksgiving? The Thanksgiving break. I don't know if y'all caught the news or anything. Anybody on the line seen that? Anyway, we're gonna all right. We're gonna bring it out. You know, we're gonna bring it out, man. You know what I mean? You gotta keep a close contact on your kids. We have to raise our kids the proper way. You know what I mean? It's something that very, very sad happened with a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old was killed and other kids got shot. Atlantic Station is a outside mall here in Atlanta for those that's not in Atlanta watching this broadcast. That is very popular. A lot of kids like to hang out there. They've been having a lot of problems up there with the kids hanging out. But at the same time, this is something in particular that happened over that Thanksgiving break. Go ahead, Napash. Tell me where you're reading it from too.
Come. 15-year-old boy dies after shooting that left 12-year-old dead near Atlantic Station.
We're talking about a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old. These are all Judites. You know what I mean? Or at least a house of Judah. They may go back to, another tribe, but they appears to be Jews. Go ahead.
This place happened in Atlanta, Georgia. Multiple sources have confirmed to Channel 2 Action News that a teenager involved in a fight that left a 12-year-old dead near Atlantic Station has died.
12-year-old, man. It's a little 12-year-old boy, man. You know what I mean? When a 12-year-old do a crime, you can't even show his picture on the news, but when they get killed, you can show their picture you can show their picture. So his picture been on the news the whole week. The whole week we've been seeing this. And the main target, the main op they was trying to get was this 15-year-old. He just died yesterday. He was fighting for his life. He just died yesterday. His name was Cameron. Go ahead.
Channel 2's Audrey Washington learned that 15-year-old Cameron Jackson died Tuesday night after spending several days in critical condition at the hospital. Jackson and Zion Charles, a 7th grader, killed.
A what? A
7th grader.
A 7th grader, man. 12 years old. Keep on going.
Kip Soul Academy was among the 6 young people that Kip Soul Academy was among the 6 young people shot after a large fight broke out on the 17th Street Bridge.
How many young people were shot?
6 young people.
6 young people were shot, man. There's 6 kids that were shot, man. You know what I mean? Even me, a lot of us got kids older than that. You know what I mean? Keep on going.
After a large fight broke out on the 17th Street Bridge just outside of Atlantic Station on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's Saturday night, man. I mean, look, man, a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old boy, they was killed. A big fight happened. They let them things off. They let the things out because we already know black people, man. Black people, we don't love each other, man. We definitely don't love each other. That's one thing we know that's being displayed. Only love that I'm seeing is coming out of I.S.U.P.K, man.
Right.
And that's not no. We're not flexing on that. We ain't flexing on that, man. We gotta show our people how to tap in, man, because we gonna need it. You know what I mean? We can't always keep a lookout on our kids. We can't always, we can't have them attached at the hip. You can have a tracker on their phone and everything. It's no telling what's gonna do. So the thing that counteract that is have that covering. Is have that true covering. Somebody picked me up at Psalms 34:7. That's what we got to teach our kids. First, we got to keep a watch on our kids because these are future generations. But we got to teach them the law. We got to raise them up in the law, man. Because this is our last hope. They have community. Now they want to call. They've been every time something happen like this, going to call for community action, community meetings, blaming this, blaming that. They want to have a conference, but they should have had a conference. They should have called on the Most High, man. You know what I mean? Show these children, and where we going off at, because that's gonna be our protection. You know what I mean? Because and things going down at the gas station too. You already know all around Atlanta, man. All type of things are happening at the gas station, man. People going to get gas, a Twinkie, and other things people get at the gas station. They losing their life at these gas stations from the east side, west side to the south side, man. And I know it's going on around the whole nation. You know what I mean? But but the thing is, we all gotta go get gas. We all gotta hit the gas station every now and then for something. You know what I mean? Everybody that owns a car gotta do at least if you walking to a bus stop or whatnot, you gotta walk past the gas station. So the thing is, what's gonna save you? They say wear a vest. But we seen Takeoff got shot in the face, in the neck. So a vest would have never saved him. Sometimes that vest, you can get hit on the side and it go past your vest. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of thing. They say keep that hammer on you. Keep that hammer on you. You know what I mean? And keep one in the head. Keep your cop back. But you know what I mean? It's some personal stories that we already know happening at the gas station with shootouts happening. And people are dying, and those shooters are dying with a gun on their hip, or they letting that thing off, and they also dying also. So that's not exactly something that'll save you. What else? Some things they tell you to do in the street. You know what I mean? Hey man, he should have had a vest. Oh man, he should have had a pistol on you. Oh man, this that. You know what I mean? There's all these circumstances, but these circumstances. Is every angle is all somebody always end up in a fatality, man. You know what I mean? And you want to know why? And it's happening daily, day, noon, night. It don't even matter because we don't have that protection over us no more. You know what I mean? Just because that covenant that the Most High made with our forefathers, He gonna stand by that, and it's getting played out every hour, almost seem like every minute in this country and around the world. Who got that up for me? Psalms 34:7.
The book of Psalms, chapter 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them.
Right, the angels. When the angels cap around you, already know that's protection, man. That's more protection than that Teflon vest can do. We're not saying it's unlawful to have a vest on. You know what I mean? It's actually kind of smart these days because they flying out here. But ultimately, what's going to save you is that the angels camping around about you. And it says he camp around the ones who fear him. Yeah, the ones who fear him, it's not no slick talk. That's not no Christian talk or anything. Because you ask almost any black person, unless they just straight up atheists, do you fear God? Everybody, 95% of the chance, everybody gonna say, yes, I fear the Lord. I don't fear no man but God. That's a popular saying, but it's all cap. It's all a lie. You know what I mean? The ones who the ones that the Most High fear. So Salaki, not in the Most High fear. How do you know a man's fearing the Lord? a man or a woman is really fearing the Lord about what action they do? It's a real easy one. Go ahead.
Keep the laws.
Right. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Simple as that. It's not no lip service. It's not a whole bunch of talk. It's not a Holy Ghost dance in church. You know what I mean? It's not about who the freshest at church and who all up under the pastor or whatever, and who can break down all the false doctrine. You know what I mean? Keep the commandments. That's how you that's who feel the most high. And that's what he required. And what he said in the last the angels encamp around them that fear him, and then what else? What's the last part?
The book of Psalms, chapter 34 and verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them.
And deliverance, like for real, the Israelites need deliverance, man. You know what I mean? Because we around our people. A lot of times we gotta stay around our people. And if you stay around Esau, around the oppressor, that's a whole nother can of worms you're gonna have to open. You know what I mean? Because they hate you over there too, and you already know you're gonna. And it's plenty pressure, drama, staying around your own people. You know what I mean? Like, cause without this truth, man, we just hate each other. We ready to kill each other. It's no problem resolution. There's no talking, no nothing. If there's any problem, any static, any argument is going up, man. Your life is in danger. Believe it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's people. It's just a little talk. You can set your clock. An argument happen. It's only a matter of time, man. If an argument happen and brothers don't get to shooting and nobody got killed, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And it's only going to get worse and worse now. It's 2022, and we got these kids to raise. We raising up young ones in the truth. You know, by the time they get of an age, it's gonna be worse and worse. You know what I mean? So we need that protection. Go ahead.
Not to interrupt, man. I was just now out of damn Kroger, man, just getting up work, man. You know, like you said, it's getting worse and worse. A damn punk gonna ask my real. Like, if you know, she was waiting for the register family to come clear the register. You know, like, you want to fight, don't you? You want to fight. You know, I stand up for us, but if he had been a real man, I would have he could have got, like, I thought it was beating this punk up all over the store.
Right, you're right. Even the punks, they getting bold these days. You know what I'm saying? They getting bold these days. You know what I mean? They catch you out there slipping, man. You better have that protection. You know what I mean? Y'all boys going to the club or whatever, drunk. Don't leave out by yourself now. You know what I mean? Because they trying to do that also. I mean, sure. Hey, it's situations that happen every day. I mean, I mean, not to make it all personal, but I had a situation earlier. Monday or something? Monday or something over around in Stone Mountain off Moria Drive. Y'all know where that is. In Hamburg Road. I stopped at some of these little hood stores or whatever. I needed some gas and some cough drops real quick. And I know some of the stores that I go to, but I was like, hey man, it's 2:00 in the afternoon, 2:00 p.m. You know what I mean? I got my pistol on my hip. Whatever. We gonna go up in here. I'm gonna go up in here to get some gas and some cough drops real quick. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Went up in there, the brothers outside the store trapping. I told him no, of course, and then there's another brother pulled up and he had some hood beef with these boys, and pistols came out. Pistols came out when I'm trying to pump my gas to get up out of there. He had his little girl with him, and they going back and forth with words, and them pistols came out. And to the grace of God, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing happened. They ain't shoot. Other brothers was trying to get him to put the gun down so they can fight. But he was like, man, if I ain't have my little girl with you, I'll pop you right now, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a real situation, man. These type of things happen all the time. You know what I mean? Bullets be flying, man. But the thing is that time's gonna wax worse and worse. But we need to just get focused on the law, on the spiritual aspect of it, and also, you know what I mean, just learning the law and what it means, to come back into our culture. Because we know what the whole world doing. The whole world they going at, you know what I mean? The whole world going to They hating more. There's more homosexuality. Is no more brother, sister, everybody. You know what I mean? We robbing each other. Somebody's about to say something?
No, sir. I was just agreeing with you.
All right, come. Right, so basically, it's dangerous out here. And like I said, you got kids and you got older kids. They can't be with you all the time. You got a rib. You got other family members also. You know what I mean? You need that protection. You may give your rib a gun or a taser, or somebody that's of age, give them a gun or whatever. But that gun ain't everything. I mean, these boys everybody got it. This is Georgia. Now I know other states can't relate to this, but it's Georgia, man. Everybody got guns. Even kids that ain't even supposed to have guns got guns. And they don't have just regular guns. They got switches, man. The switches that spray the whole clip less than 2 seconds, man. You know what I mean? That's way more lethal than your semi-automatic that you thinking that's supposed to save you. That's you leaning on, you resting in. Because we know a lot of brothers resting their gun, resting their pistols or whatnot. But they got something that'll blow your back off real quick. You playing that type of game. You know what I mean? So the main thing, the problem resolution. First, don't even get started with brothers. Don't even get started, man. Brother, you got it, man. You everything. Now you gotta handle your business. You gotta protect yourself for sure. But the thing is, the best thing to do is stay out the way. Be focused on the Most High laws. You know what I mean? Be brotherly to another brother. Do unto them as you wish to do unto you. You know what I mean? Because we already know somebody gonna look at you crazy. Brothers looking at you real shiesty. You know what I mean? Watch your back. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Just a friendly, hey, shalom, brother. How you doing, brother? That can change the dynamics of things, man. How y'all brothers doing? You know what I mean? You gotta meet that energy with that, because there's a lot of demons around here, man. It's real demon time on these streets, man. And Thanksgiving already showed that. Halloween already showed that. Christmas and New Year's, they on deck. It's gonna get real scary. You know what I mean? And thank God for it. Go ahead.
I got a precept that back up what you were saying in Proverbs.
All right, what are the Proverbs? What?
Chapter 15 and verse 1.
I got that. Let me see. All right, go ahead. Bring it out.
A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
Right. That's exactly. We know that scripture for sure, but we gotta live that scripture out. Can't let that go over your head, man, because it could be life and death. It could be life and death. We all men, we handle our business. You know what I mean? Certain things, buttons can be pressed on everybody, man. You know what I mean? But some people just scared to come out. Some people just scared to come out of the house altogether. You know what I mean? They don't want to go nowhere. You know what I mean? But that's not the Most High. Not dealing with that either. He's not dealing with fear of a man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. We live in some of these neighborhoods. Sometimes they may not be the best of the neighborhoods. We gotta go get gas. We gotta go to the grocery store. We gotta walk to the bus stop. We gotta walk past these crowds. We only feel the Most High, man. You know what I mean? Somebody picked me up in Matthew 10 and preached the water for that precept also. It definitely applies. That's exactly what I was saying. But somebody picked me up in Matthew 10:28.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body.
Well, we're not scared of, right. Hold on for a minute. We're not scared of them killers. We got plenty of killers. You know what I mean? They ain't doing nothing but killing each other. We ain't doing nothing but killing. You ain't killing the enemy. We're not promoting that, but at the same time, when you killing your own brother, we both ain't got nothing. When I say God ain't got nothing, I'm talking about generational wealth. You know what I mean? Generational wealth. We all coming from cattle slavery and got to work our way up for that. If somebody get $100,000 in your family, for the most part, they the first $100,000 there, $100,000 ever. You know what I'm saying? We got that. When I say we ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? And you bragging about it's just poor on poor. You bragging about killing your brother. You got a teardrop on your eye for killing your brother. You know what I mean? And you got the whole hood scared because you killing somebody in your own community. You know what I mean? And that's not even, you know, well, that's glorified in our community. But that's looked down. The heathens, they look down upon that. I don't know about Esau, but I know like Asians, Asian on Asian crime, you know what I mean? They gonna look down on that. They don't even try to sell drugs and they own the ones that are drug dealers and traffickers. They don't even try to sell. They go to other neighborhoods to sell outside their neighborhood, man. You know what I mean? They even understand that concept. You know what I mean? That's not making it. That's not nothing good doing it. Period. But at the same time, you know what I mean? We all about selfishness. We all look at each other as individuals, and look at ourselves as individuals, and we don't know the Most High law. So that's why we'll push the poison in our neighborhood. You know what I mean? Dog food, crack. You know what I mean? Fentanyl, whatever to get the buck. You know what I'm saying? We'll kill another brother in our neighborhood. You know what I mean? For the rep, for whatever reason, messing up the money, for disrespect, real quick, over a little small problem, just like Takeoff got killed. You know what I mean? Over little small issues, you hear the argument, you like, dang, that's it. But we already know, us as Jews, as tribe of Judah, we already know all it takes is one little small problem, man. All it takes is a little static. You know what I mean? You know that static shock. You be on the carpet and the little small little static. You get a little shock. All it takes is that little small little static for them things to come out, man. And for them straight bullets, and you can get caught up in that, man. That 12-year-old that got killed, he got hit by a stray bullet. Takeoff got killed by a stray bullet, man. There's a lot of brothers that's gonna got killed by a stray bullet during this holiday season, and unfortunately, it's gonna continue to happen. It's gonna continue to happen. Continue with that verse.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Right, we fearing the Most High, man. As times gets worse, you know what I mean? Hey, whatever. The people that got the whole neighborhood shook. You know, with all the teardrops, I don't even think they do the teardrops no more. But we already know we already know the main shooters in our neighborhoods, the main people who bought their action. We're not scared of them, and they wondering why we're not scared of them. We're not scared of them. We're not provoking those brothers. But we gotta handle our business. We gotta handle our business. But at the same time, we only fearing the Most High Yahweh. That's the only one we fearing, man. You know what I mean? If we gotta go today, we already know that we only fearing the Lord. He dealing with the spirit of things. You know what I mean? So it's also a balance to this thing, not to be afraid during these times. You know what I mean? Because we follow the law, statute, commandments of the Most High, and we looking for those angels to account and keep us safe in these times. You know what I mean? Now, everybody has an exit date they have to go. No man knows that hour. You know what I mean? It's gonna come like a thief in the night. But at the same time, the Most High, that's the only one we're gonna fear. I also wanted to bring out another story I seen, because as we see as time goes on and things are waxing worse and worse, we see that so-called black people are doing things that we only seen heathens do. We only seen our oppressors do. That we never known black people to do. And that is a little puzzling to us a lot of times. But as time goes on, you will see black people being serial killers, black people killing their children, leaving them in a freezer. You know what I mean? Black people commit suicide. Just like we see with in the sexual realm, black people start to do they swinging. A lot more black people are bisexual. We are mimicking our oppressor. That's what we doing. And I wanted to bring out this particular article on this mother, cause I'll be up on the news. I watch the news to see what's going on, in the community. But I seen this one article that just happened the other day. I think November 28th. Was that 24th of Thanksgiving, huh? November 24th of Thanksgiving. All right, this happened November 28th. Shalaki, that was Monday. In Atlanta. This is coming from ABC News. It says mother charged with murder after daughter found dead in fire. An Atlanta woman has been arrested on murder charges after investigators say she killed one of her twin 4-year-old daughters and set fire to her apartment to conceal the death. This happened in East Point, Georgia. That's about 15, 20 minutes from here, from the school. East Point, Georgia. An Atlanta area woman has been arrested on murder charges after investigators say she killed one of her twin 4-year-old daughters and set fire to her apartment to conceal the death, burning the other twin. Her name, Nicole Jackson, 27, was arrested Friday by East Point police and remains in jail in Fulton County with no bail is set. She's charged with malice murder, felony murder. Y'all get the point. Basically, she got twin 4-year-olds, man. This is a so-called black woman, man, 27 years old. You know what I mean? She got twin daughters trying to kill both of those little girls. Story popped up on the news. My mouth dropped. And it's a sister, man, 27 years old. She tried to kill both of her 4-year-old daughters. Killed one of them in a house fire. One of the twins died. And she tried to cut. And she tried. Well, matter of fact, I'm sorry. She just killed one. She just killed them, I believe, and tried to cover it up with a fire. The other twin escaped, and is with family. You know what I mean? These are some of the ugly things that we starting to see that's happening as times wax worse and worse and worse. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, I mean, I ain't saying it ain't never happened before, but y'all gotta agree with me. Y'all ain't really seen too many black people killing their kids on a level like that, man. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? This is a sister, 27 years old too. So she coming out of that new generation. You know what I mean? What could possess to want to kill your daughters? But one thing we know is that what Christ said about these times is going to be waxing worse and worse for sure. Anybody heard that story, seen that story at all? It's fairly new. Like, it just happened 2-3 days ago. So, anybody heard that story?
No, sir.
All right. Yeah. It's all good. But I'm saying, like, now as things get worse and worse on this earth, our people are doing things that we never even heard of. We never seen before. You know what I mean? Killing their kids, chopping up the bodies, leaving them in the freezer, all type of stuff, man. They molesting their kids. Well, you know what I mean? Like, hey, molestation always been, because we already know the black church, they been molesting since before we was born. So we can't say that ain't never been happening. But as far as that type of madness, hey, man, our people are lost, are totally lost, man. And it's only a spiritual way that's going to bring us back. You know what I mean? And it's that easy. Come back to the law, statute, commandments, right, and stay with it. You know what I mean. It may be simple, but it's so complex to our people. But at the same time, we are a nation of people. But individually, since our people don't want to do that individually, you need to make sure your people straight. Make sure your household straight. You know what I mean. And you're gonna be able to do that by following the law, statute, commandments, man. That's how we're gonna do that. Pick me up at 2 Timothy 3:12. And we're going to read on down to 17. All right, yeah, we're going to get a little bit more understanding on that, man. You know what I mean? It's plenty of stories I've seen in the news that happened. I had a childhood guy that grew up in my neighborhood. He was killed up the street at the gas station. He was in a shootout. He was in a shootout with somebody, and he succumbed to his injuries. You know what I mean? There's another person that had a gun on him. You know what I mean? He let it off, and hey, he still died. That was 11 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving ain't nothing sweet. Our people need to stop that, man. When our people gonna see, like, hold on, all this stuff happening around this time? Like, this can't be of the Most High, but we already know our people lost. They're not gonna be able to put it together like that. That's why the Most High set up the prophets and the priests to teach our people, man. We blowing the trumpet and let them, just like Noah did, just like in the days of Noah. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. You know what I mean? It don't matter if it take 100 years or 200 years, but when that rain drop and that door shut, you can't get in, man. But this time, we not getting on the ship that's on water. We getting on the ship. We getting on the ship what they call a spaceship. And when they come down and scoop and them doors shut, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You fool. You know what I mean? So it's just like in the days of Noah, man. We doing the same thing. We doing the same thing, man. You know what I mean? So we will prophesy to the wind, and if nobody looking, nobody watching. We doing what the Most High told us to do. You know what I mean? This is a real job for us. You know what I mean? This should be every young man that's a Jew writes a passage to come up and teach on the streets. You know what I mean? Then go to college. You know what I mean? Before you graduate high school, you should already have a few hours. You should have about 100 hours already in on the street. You know what I mean? Every Israelite should already have that. You should already be an officer, then go into the world. Because it's getting that serious, man. All right, go ahead and read.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution.
They shall what?
Shall suffer persecution.
Right, we're going to suffer persecution, man. Ain't nobody like me. I mean, when you come to the truth, man, like, it's not going to be sweet. Hey, man, I got to come to the truth and all this stuff happening, and, you know what I mean? People hating me or whatnot. But you saving your life. You losing your life to save your life. That's exactly what I mean. I brought that out before, but that's a true statement. You know what I mean? You gotta suffer that persecution. It's better than suffer getting headshot to the head. It's better than dying in the parking lot of a gas station at a BP. You know what I mean? It's better than dying at Atlanta Station. Your kid dying getting hit by a stray bullet at Atlanta Station. You know what I mean? It's better than having your house ran up in and held at gunpoint and robbed or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's better than you doing a life in prison. You know what I mean? It's better than you. If something happened to you and you losing your limbs because something you done did, something you got caught up in. Because that happens too. Keep on reading.
Verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
They shall what?
Deceiving. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
They shall wax worse and worse, man. You know what I mean? Well, somebody tell me what that word wax mean. Somebody, either you know or you can take a shot at it.
Talking, sir.
Go ahead.
Increase.
Let me make sure I just had it. Right. Yeah, you definitely can. I would say yeah. Anybody else would take a shot at it? That's one. That can be a meaning to it.
Like it, sir.
Go ahead.
More and more evil.
Right. Yeah. All those are right, but specifically to go forward, to advance, to proceed. You know what I mean? And that's what Christ's telling us, man. Hey, man, the evil men and seducers, they're gonna wax worse and worse. So you already know what to expect. Don't be looking at, man, when things gonna get back to normal, man. When things gonna go back, when we all gonna get back to loving each other. We need to have another peace convention, teen summit on how to stop the violence, man. You know what I mean? We need to get rid of all these guns. Like that's gonna do something. Criminals gonna have a day with robbing everybody, shooting everybody without no guns. You know what I mean? Another a summit, a town hall meeting, discussions on the radio or the internet, or mama crying, telling us to please stop the violence or whatnot. A curfew because of that shooting. They want a curfew for all teens. They can't be outside past 7 o'clock. That ain't gonna change. Stuff just keep on gonna get worse and worse, man. So like for real. So that's a very immature way of thinking things gonna get back the way they used to be. I remember when I was a kid, it used to be like that. Well, when your kid right now gonna look at the time right now and say he remember it used to be like this, and now it's worse. But we got the solution to it, man. We know what I mean. The Most High already put these things in place. We already got the cheat sheet is what's gonna happen. Keep on reading.
Verse 14. No, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Deceiving and being deceived. Verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Right. Okay. So that's a solution, right? You know what I mean? Time's gonna wax worse and worse. Evil men and seducers. When they say evil man, we talking about shooters. You know what I mean? We talking about them dudes that gonna get, the men and women that's gonna put it in your life, put it in somebody's life if any little problem. You know what I mean? We gotta break it down like that. But the Most High in verse 14 giving a solution. But continue in the things which thou hast learned. What things are, this is real easy. We already know what things are these. What things that we have learned. Go ahead.
The laws.
Right.
Would that be the law?
Right.
The law, statutes, and commandments?
Exactly. They're continuing in the truth. And the law, statutes, commandments. Yeah, we see what's going on around us, but continue focusing on the law. You come back more into your culture. You know what I mean? Christ already said these things, and he said, and it has the things that you have been assured of. What you have been assured of that you are a Jew, that you are an Israelite, that Christ is and all the prophets are black, and that they look up at 144,000. That's an assurance. That's gonna be real. Christ is coming back. You know what I mean? That we the superior on this earth, and that everything they done taught us is a lie. And what we learned in this school is the truth. All we gotta do is open the Bible. People be trying to play with people like, so what makes your religion more? How do you just know? I mean, all these religions and all these denominations. My grandmama, my mama, they've been in church their whole life, and they good people. You know what I mean? They good people and or whatnot. But all you gotta do is simply open the Bible, and you will see they ain't doing nothing that the scriptures is saying. They always want to question everything we doing, but you can't find nothing for no Thanksgiving, celebrate no Thanksgiving in the Bible. You can't find nothing to celebrate no Christmas in the Bible. Only Jeremiah 10:1 is talking about against Christmas. It's something that the heathens do. You can't find nothing to celebrate your birthday. Nobody celebrated their birthday in the Bible. But the Negroes always want to make excuses about that. All the prophets and Yahanna, the greatest man that ever walked this earth, you mean to tell me they ain't put his birthday in there? Negro, do you know why? You know what I mean? Niggas acting real slow. Somebody was saying something.
No, sir, just agreeing with you.
Huh. Yeah, Negroes want to act real slow, man. So they want to put it in our life. We put it in their life, man. And, you know what I mean? Acting like, now they want to question it. But you want to question it when your pastor put up that doggone Christmas tree in the church. You know what I mean? You want to question it when y'all had the Hallelujah Fest was a Halloween fest at the church. You want to question it on that Tuesday night when New Year's Eve, everybody come to the church at 11. We're going to bring in New Year's together at the church and be a little bit more safer. But now we telling you that's against the Lord. Now they want to question that, man. You know what I mean? But all you gotta do is simply open up the Bible and show, because it's not even no mystery. All these doggone denominations, And all we got, and you mean to tell me all I gotta do is simply open up the Bible and I don't see nothing that y'all doing? Is y'all Negroes crazy? Go ahead, Napash.
Yeah, I had the precept saying about I celebrate holidays.
Right.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 20, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Cursed be your day wherein I was born. Let not the day where my mother bare me blessed.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like when birthdays are in the are mentioned in the Bible, it's talking about cursed be the day I was born. Cursed be my birthday. You know what I mean? Ain't no mystery. Negroes always trying to find an excuse, but you ain't got no Bible for it. You know what I mean? They want to look at us and our garments. They talking about, these Negroes talking about they know the Bible. They know the Bible. Oh, yeah, I know the Bible. Oh, well, yeah, my whole family, my grandma, my granddaddy, my mama. That's all we do is take notes in church. They take all them notes. They go to church on Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday night, Tuesday night, but Bible study and everything. But when you look at the prophets of the Most High, you laugh. You know why? Because you don't know the Bible. You don't know what you're looking at, man. You're looking at them garments and them fringes and them head wraps and them and the mitres and the headbands, and you thinking that's something that we made up. They think it's something that we made up. Nigga, we ain't make none of that up, man. That's going to expose that you don't know the Bible, because all that's coming from the Bible, man, and you don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead, Napash.
Oh yeah, I got more on that precept too, talking about, you know what I'm saying, we celebrate holidays, celebrate birthdays, we buy gifts and stuff like that. We're not gonna give them tithes, like gifts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's verse 15, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20, verse 15. Cursed be the man who brought tidings to my father, saying, a man child is born unto thee, making him very glad.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's your birthday in the Bible. You know what I mean? All the high holy days, Passover, the Feast of Dedication, the Feast of Lights. You know what I mean? The High Hanukkah and all that. All that's from the Old Testament. Christ and the disciples all celebrating that in the New Testament. But these Negroes want to look at us like we the ones that cope. Like we crazy. You know what I mean? They want to look at us. They want to look at us like we crazy. You know why? Because you don't know the Bible. You know what I mean? So you need to get relearned and have some, and because we know what we do. We know what we worship. You know what I mean? And we're assured on that. And that's gonna be our protection, man. That's gonna be our protection, man. It ain't no game, man. For real, we know what I'm saying. We doing, just like in Jericho. Well, when the walls came down, man. You know what I mean? We just keep on doing we keep on marching with the Most High say march, not no IUIC march now. I ain't talking about nothing like that. I'm just talking about we just doing what the Most High said do. You know what I mean? Then the walls gonna fall down. Keep on reading. Then verse 15. Yeah, come.
And that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Christ Jesus.
Right, and from a child. And what child, we talking about when you came into the truth, because we already know what we learned from a child. We learned the Christianity doctrine, man. You learn a little bit about Yahushua, a little bit, little bits of pieces, but he lied on Christ, man. So when you come into here, you come in here like as a child. Most High said approach the truth as a child, as a little child, man. That's how you get it. So you come in here, you're born again. You start up. So we keeping the doctrines that we learned as a child, man. The Holy Scriptures. And that salvation is unto the Jews, man. Salvation is unto the Jews. That's it. Keep on going.
Verse 16. All Scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
Right, and so when we bring out the word, they want to say, "Hey, man, this is all given." You know what I mean? A man wrote that book. A man ain't write this book, man. You know what I mean? What book you know was written thousands of years ago and we still arguing about it and going back and forth about it and people following it or whatnot? Not now book. You know what I mean? The Quran had to be a carbon copy book 600 years after the New Testament was the whole Bible was completed. Here they come with their carbon copy, and they came in and don't nobody quote the doggone Quran. You know what I mean? Even the Muslims, they not quoting the Quran. Where the Quran says this or whatnot, they not quoting that mess. You know what I mean? That's a child molestation book, man. You know what I mean? Of course, this all of the scriptures come inspiration of God, man, the Most High. All right, 17, go ahead.
Verse 17, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good work.
Right, that you may be perfect, man. That's what we strive to do, man. You know what I mean? You could be perfect. You know what I mean? You ain't got a lot of steal, kill, commit adultery, eat the wrong way. You know what I mean? The Most High expecting you to be perfect, man. Work towards that perfection. That's what He's expecting, man. Oh yeah, okay. That's it on that. But but I'm saying that's what we letting our people know. These times gonna get worse and worse and worse. Now definitely protect your household for sure. Protect your household if you can, if you're able to, of course. That would be, like Christ say, get your sword, sell what you got, get your sword, get you 2 swords. Protect your household, protect your children, everything you could do in a carnal way, in a worldly way, as far as, things that we can see. But we dealing with the spiritual, man. We dealing with the Most High, got the whole motion in order. So we have to come back and follow the laws to get that protection on Him first. Get that protection from Him first. And to get that salvation. Because salvation, the only people that need to be saved in salvation is Israelites, the Jews. We the people that's suffering. We the ones that got the mothers on TV crying. That 12-year-old mother, she on there crying. Of course she crying. That's her little boy, man. That's her little boy, man. You know what I mean? And we got more mothers crying. And they wondering, when will it all stop? When will it all end or whatnot? You know what I mean? And our people don't got the answers. You know what I mean? They know some real slick stuff to say, but we don't got the answers. Answers is following the law, statutes, commandments, man. Well, we the only ones that need salvation, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Speaking of that, pick me up at John 4:22. John, speaking of salvation, man, because we're going to get it straight on this salvation issue. We the only ones that need to be saved. Esau don't need to be saved. The heathens, they not killing each other at a disproportionate rate. We killing each other in front of the whole world. One thing they know about some blacks is that we hate each other, and we going to definitely let that thing off when a lot of us is gathered. But when a lot of us is gathered in His name, aka the high holy days, not the holidays, but the holy days, that won't happen. That's peace. Passover, that's peace. Ain't no gunshots going off. I'll tell you something that's going to be going off. Some fireworks are going to be going off. That's the only thing going to be showing. Or you mess with one of us in a wrong type of way where we got to defend ourselves. That's different. But other than that, that's when can black people all get together? Black people can't never get together and don't nothing happen. Yeah, you right about that, because they come into a covering that's not of His covering. They go into a council that's not of His council. But when we do have a council of the Most High Council, that's peace, man. And the issue do happen, and the issue do break out between brothers, that's gonna get settled so quick, and them brothers gonna be feeling real foolish for acting like that, man. But we ain't dealt with that yet. All right, you got that John 4:22. Read on down to read on down to 24. All right, go ahead.
John chapter 4 and verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship.
Stop right there, man. You know what I mean? These people don't know what they worship. These people gonna have visual candle lights. You know what I mean? They're gonna keep on going to church on Sunday or whatnot. They're gonna keep on going to the Most High. They're gonna keep on going to the Most High according to what they pastor told them, or how they pastor told them. But when they hear this truth, they don't know what this is. They ain't never even, a lot of people, our people ain't never seen this before, cause they worship. They don't know what they worship. They just worshiping traditions of men. You know what I mean? That's all they doing. They don't know what they doing, but we know what we worship. I.S.U.P.K, we know what we worship through the 12 tribes. We know exactly who we are, and we know who we worship. We know what God to call on. You know what I mean? We know the proper name of him. Keep on going.
Verse 22. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
Salvation is of the whole world.
For salvation is of the Jews.
All these other heathen churches, the Ethiopian Christian church, the oppressor Christian church, the Asian Christian church, we all gonna see they all reaching the fight for salvation. Hit me with that.
For salvation is of the Jews.
Right, they wasting your time. Salvation is of the Jews, man. Let me tell you something. That's the only people that need to be saved anyway. 12 tribes of Israel, we the only one that's in the state that needs salvation anyway. You know what I mean? These people got heaven on earth, and still talking about some salvation. When the salvation is only for the Lord's people. It's us. We the only one that's in that state. All right, go ahead to 23.
Verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
Right, the true worshipers. The true worshipers. They go over people. They gotta go over people's head. The true worshipers is people that coming back into the truth and finding out our real culture and how to go toward how to serve the Most High properly, how to talk to the Most High properly, how to go to Him and pray Him properly. You know what I mean? How to worship Him properly. Because we already know what the law, what it say in Proverbs. If you don't hear the law, if you refuse to hear the law, even your prayer is abomination. So most time, your grandmama prayer was an abomination this whole time. Your mama prayer was an abomination this whole time. Your auntie prayer was an abomination this whole time. You know what I mean? And that's why he say that when the true worshipers, because you got plenty of people worshiping. You can turn on TBN right now and they worshiping. You know what I'm saying? When people get killed, the churches come out or whatnot. They may worship or whatnot for a minute, but we go back and doing the same thing. But the Most High said when the true worshipers come out, and in spirit and what now? Keep on going.
But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship Him.
Right, because the Father seeketh such to worship Him in spirit and in truth, man. You know what I mean? It ain't no doggone zeal. Yeah, you gotta have a zeal. That's what will lead you to loving the Lord. But you gotta do it in spirit and in truth, man. Not according to what your mammy said do. Not according to traditions of men. But in spirit and in truth, and that's gonna be our covering, man. And that's a real salvation. That's really how you get saved, man. You know what I mean? And that's what we need. We need to be saved out of this condition as a people. But we got a future. Our kids got a future. You know what I mean? We have to live this life. We got to go to our slavery. We got to roam this earth. But you know what I mean? We want to see our people live. We want to see our people healthy. We want to see our people live a long life and not get taken prematurely. You know what I mean? But how you gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? By staying focused on the Most High laws. So anytime you're thinking about leaving the truth, this is too much for you or whatnot, take a step back of what you're really doing. Take a step back. You should never leave. You should never leave this truth, man. You know what I mean? Because that's your covering. Once you uncover, the Most High ain't with you. You go to that New Year's Eve party. Look, man, the Most High ain't even with you. You know what I mean? You should be trembling in there. Your knees should be knocking at the Christmas party. You know what I mean? You find yourself at the club, you out there partying that night, waiting for the ball to drop or the peach drop in Atlanta. You know what I mean? You should be trembling. Your life is in danger. You know what I mean? Cause they ready to, cause your brother ready to take your head off, man. He ready to mark off another tear on you. They ready to get some rep off your name. It don't matter if you a regular worker or a gangster in the streets. It don't matter. They ready. Any little problem, you look at me wrong, they ready to take you out, man. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna get no better. It ain't gonna get no better, but we're gonna be smart and definitely in the physical, in the carnal way, but we're gonna be even more smart in the spiritual way and in truth from the Most High. You know what I mean? All right, 24.
The book of John, chapter 4, and verse 24. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Right, it's basically just reiterating that again. You know what I mean? We got that's what we got to do in spirit and in truth, man. You know what I mean? We don't care what nobody else, what no other group is doing or whatnot. This is gonna go forth. We're growing in numbers, but the Most High always dealing with a remnant. It's not a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? That is, you know, you're gonna turn your news on and you're gonna see much pain. There's gonna be more stories to bring out every week, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And it's very sad once you see these things going on. Babies getting caught up in the crossfire. There's all type of things gonna happen. But now you understand. Now you understand what has to happen on this earth. It's already written in here. You know what I mean? So we telling our people, you know what I mean, we gotta drill it into our kids. Drill it into our ribs and our loved ones. And let them know, you know, this is the only way to go. This is the only way it's gonna go in my household. You know what I mean? Because we refuse to be another statistic. Now, it was the Most High will when whatever happened, it could happen to you. But you know, if you go out, you already know you went out in the truth. You know what I mean? That's what we're going back to the scripture earlier. We only fear the Most High, not the one who can kill the body, the one who can cast the spirit, who's in charge of the spirit. We only fear the Most High only. Pick me up at Isaiah 51:7. But another thing is that a lot of people, you know, we got the violence that I've been hitting on a lot because you know, like I told you, around the holiday season, bullets are flying. It's gonna be plenty of shootings. It's gonna be record-breaking shootings. But another thing is that our people are also the heart attacks, strokes. A lot of people fail your heart. Or the things that's coming on this earth, people are gonna be dropping dead from that. You know what I mean? A lot of the oppression that we had to go through, a lot of our people are not gonna make it because of the things that are coming onto this earth. Men's hearts are gonna fail them. Who got it? Somebody can pull that scripture for me. Men's heart. I think that's in Luke, matter of fact. That's in, Luke 21. Oh, what you got? And pick me up at Luke 21, 25 to 28. Because that's another thing around it. When I read the facts off of why there's a lot of crime, because there's a lot of depression also. That Christmas spirit, that holiday season, that's a spirit of depression. The spirit is that had you down in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where they say, what do the lonely do at Christmas? Y'all know that song, what do the lonely do at Christmas? Man, the people are depressed. People are suicidal. People are on the edge, ready to hurt you, hurt their children, hurt their brother and their sister. They ain't thinking nothing about it. Everybody thinking about their own individual self. That's what selfishness gets you. You got that Luke 21:25.
Fine, out of one come. The book of Luke, chapter 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Right, it's gonna be distress on the nations, man. This whole world, man, man, we ain't seen nothing yet. We just coming off the pandemic. You know what I mean? We never been in a real plague that really pop like on a biblical type of way. We got things that try to get through. The West Nile virus trying to get through. Ebola trying to get through. What else to try to get through? Few things that try to get through that we've seen could possibly been that. But we read about these plagues in the Bible and whatnot. But no, that coronavirus, that COVID came through. Yo, that was the plagues. That's one of the plagues that Bible we've been talking about, that we were reading about. We've been hearing about since we were younger, man. You know what I mean? That's part of the stress on the nations. Keep on going.
Verse 26. Men's heart failing them for fear.
Failing them for what?
Men's heart failing them for fear.
That failing them for fear. And it ain't the fear of the Lord either. It ain't the fear of the Lord. You know what I mean? How your heart failing you of fear? You follow the Most High laws, statutes, commandments. You fearing the Most High Lord. You doing things we say do. You know what I mean? You will have good days and bad days, right? Sunny days and some rainy days. But your heart ain't going to be failing you because of that reason. Not saying it can't. But your heart ain't going to be failing you because of fear. It's going to be because of another reason, or you just ain't going to fail at all. Keep on going.
Verse 26. And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Right, and things getting shaken up. Now, in Christianity, people know these scriptures right here. This is some of the scriptures some people knew. But, you know what I mean, it's a thing of knowing them. And it's another thing for this is what time it is right now. When that thing actually happened, it's a whole different thing. We all been reading about plagues. Plague in the Bible. But when that thing actually manifested for real on the earth, it's like we never even learned. We never even studied that in the Bible, man. Man, it was madness on this earth, man. But you know, it's more. But time's gonna wax worse and worse. Time's gonna wax worse and worse. Things are coming on this earth, and men's hearts is gonna fail them. Keep on going.
Verse 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory.
All right, and ended up at 28. Yep.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your head, for your redemption draws nigh.
Right. That's what's coming on the earth. You could bet your bottom dollar, man. That sky gonna be cracked. But for right now, we focus on the things in our life right now. Your life ain't nothing but a miss, man. Your life is real quick. It's gonna pass through. You get regenerated or whatnot. But it's all about what we do right now for the future. You know what I mean? It's all about who you tapping into right now. You going to the store and you getting a Twinkie at the gas station, and you may not ever make it back in. But that all has to do with following the law, statute, commandments, man. The Most High, the Lord may not be with you. The Lord ain't with them. So these things, you know what I mean? So you subjecting yourself to for these things to happen. And we're gonna end at this last scripture, Proverbs 18:6 and 7. These last two scriptures. We're gonna stay on around the same lines of a man heart failing or whatnot, because the health is another thing. It's like if you ain't shot and getting killed, if Negroes ain't dying for AIDS, and they ain't getting killed by the oppressor, then they drop it. It's like they dying from health reasons. Every way in the world, he curses we cannot escape is getting us. Yeah, Proverbs 18:6 through 7.
Adawan, book of Proverbs, chapter 18, and verse
6.
what was that?
6 and 7.
Verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention.
Right. It say a fool. Hold on. It say a fool lips. A fool say that there's no God, and a fool gonna say that Jesus is white or Jesus ain't got no color. The Lord don't care nothing about that. That's what a fool do. Keep on reading.
And his mouth calleth for strokes.
His mouth call it for what?
For strokes.
Okay. Last one, verse 7.
Verse 7. A fool's mouth is his destruction,
Uh-huh.
and his lips are the snare of his soul.
Right. The power of life and death is in the tongue, man. You know what I mean? Because it's plenty of people that's out there. They see the Israelites out there, and they talk great things against the Lord. I mean, Kanye and Kyrie Irving coming out about things, and people and black people, our own people, coming up and saying things that are great things against the Most High, trying to stand against those brothers. You know what I mean? And that's gonna go into their own destruction, man. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It's gonna be a snare. It's gonna be a snare to their soul. You know what I mean? It's plenty of men that are wealthy that are suicidal. There's plenty of people that got plenty of money and they don't have peace within themselves. But when you find out who you are according to the Bible, and find out you're the Lord's people and those things have been assured to you, you don't speak like a fool anymore. You know what I mean? You rich, but you rich in spirit. You know what I mean? And that's something that can't be bought, man. So, this has been Wednesday night's law class. You know what I mean? We already know what our covering is. Simple as it may be, you make sure you stick to that. You stay focused on that. You know what I mean? Because we come in here, we congregate with each other with the high holy days, and on a Sabbath day, and when we go to camp or whatnot. But sometimes we got to break off and be with our individual families. We got to break off and sometimes just be to ourselves on our slaveries or whatnot. But don't ever forget where your real covering to come from. You know what I mean? We got this is Georgia. We got some good guns. We got gun laws down here real lax. So we got AKs, SRs, kill techs. You know what I mean? We got all that Desert Eagles. We got F&Ns. We got all the big guns down here. But we don't rest in that. You know what I mean? What we rest in is the angels camping around about us because we feel the Lord and we doing what the Lord said do, man. And we pushing his agenda. We're not pushing our own agenda. We're not pushing whatever your slave name is. We're not pushing that person's agenda. We're pushing Yahweh's agenda. And we serious about it. And we saying that's going to protect you. That's going to be your covering. And that's going to be your kids' covering and your kids' covering. And most important, your household covering. And with that, I'm Officer Baraki Allah, Officer 500. I'm passing the Officer 50, Napaska. Yeah.
This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K start out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come to the school, they are living for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. In the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My ISUPK, that means 10 in the Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Gives you the treasury department of the teacher. Priest fund, free will for a priest not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. The next Holy Convocation is going to be a Feast of Hanukkah. That's going to be on the 25th day on the 9th month. On the space of 8 days. The first day will be December 17, Saturday, sundown. You also can find in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 to 61. Remind our Alwakian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and a scarf. With that, give one curse to the teacher. Mid Israel, Amaya Sabat, Amaya Sabat, Amaya, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua
Yahanna.
While they said to you in the Law Shawan Kadash, may the Most High in the name, may the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Ayat in the top mean hands down, class dismissed.